Let's get in then Chirag Kabani, technical analyst, AskChirag.com as well. Chirag, hi. I mean, the rupee had improved and so had the other asset classes as well. With the Fed meeting out of the way and no timeline coming in, we have seen a rebound coming in for precious metals also.
Oh yes, if you look at the short-term price action, mainly the domestic market prices have moved up by 4 to 5% due to the rupee depreciation. But at this point of time, if you look at the last 10 days move, gold prices have moved up spectacularly from the levels of 27,800 to recently current price at 31,500. On the hourly charts, we are seeing a clear negative divergence at this point of time. So fresh long should be avoided at this time. Any break of 31,200 to 31,100 on the 180 on the downside intraday would give the first indication that a short-term top in gold prices is also in place, and prices could correct downward till the level of 30,600 to 30,200 in the short term. Any price move above the level of 31,700 can get in a strong short squeeze, and prices could move higher till 32,300 to 32,500. But eventually long should be avoided at this level. One can look to take fresh shots on the break of 31,200 on the downside.
Vijay, I want to come to you on the base metal space because that has seen quite a bit of a rebound coming into the markets. The Chinese data has been positive. You have seen the metal stock run up quite strongly during the day today. What are you putting together as?
Manisha, a week ago I talked about how the markets have systematically shrugged off negative Chinese data and have basically started focusing on the positive US data points over the last couple of trading weeks. Now, the kind of bullishness that you're seeing in bellwether industrial metals like copper, like nickel or zinc, I think the markets are telling you that the kind of bottoms that you saw in the month of May 2013 are unlikely to be tested in a hurry. But having said that, I think if the rupee was to appreciate vis-a-vis the dollar, even if the prices in the overseas markets were to remain stable or even marginally higher, there is a fair probability of a technical correction downwards in the domestic markets, because there has been a disproportionate rally in industrial metals in the domestic market thanks to the depreciating rupee. If the rupee was to reverse, my guess is industrial metals will follow suit for the absolute near term only.
So Vijay, from these kind of levels, what kind of percentage gain are you expecting in this space?
If I was to get nickel at 945 odd levels, I would like to short it. I might just add on to positions if it went to 955, 960 odd levels. My guess is 920 or even somewhat lower levels are a possibility. Where copper is concerned, I think copper, if I was to get levels of say 485, 486 odd levels, I would short there. And I would even add at 490 if at all it came there. My guess is 466 is a likelihood in case the rupee appreciates.
Chirag, how would you want to look at the energy space now? Because while yesterday was a weak day for everything, all asset classes, we have seen a turnaround come back into this space. Are you looking at further gains?
At this point of time, in the domestic market, crude oil prices are quite overbought. We are seeing it facing stiff resistance in the zone of 6,800 to 6,830 on the upside. Till the time this resistance is not taken out, I am expecting prices to correct on the downside, some long unwinding to take place, and prices to correct downward to the level of 6,500 to 6,450 in the short to medium term. Intraday, if the prices breach the levels of 6,720 on the downside, this would be the first indication that a short-term top in crude prices is placed, and fresh shots can be taken with a stop loss above 6,830 positional closing basis for downside target till 6,500 to 6,450 in the short term.